You've been studying wrong this whole time, and your habits have nothing to do with it. The actual solution is much, much simpler. Go outside! Over the past few days, I've spent hours studying in different locations just to see if it makes a difference whenever studying. And suffice it to say, it does. So today, I'll be telling you the 3 most important reasons why you need to start studying outside now. And unlike any other productivity gurus, I'll be telling you my actual experience studying as a high schooler. One very important thing to know before we get started is what I mean by go outside. Based on my definition of that word, it could mean anything from studying in your backyard to going to your friend's house or even going to a coffee shop. So what do I take that as? I take it as anything. No matter where you go, so long as you're going outside of your typical studying space, it's great. All you need to do is simply grab all the stuff you need, like a pen, pencil, your laptop, your backpack, and just go somewhere that you haven't gone before. If you have the option, go into your backyard and study. Maybe go to a friend's house or go to a Starbucks. Just go somewhere nice and quiet that'll allow you to focus. But why exactly does this help you with studying? Well, the first essential feature of studying outside goes all the way down to the way that your brain works. You see, every time you sit down to study at the same place, your brain starts to get bored. You pick up the same pencil, write on the same paper on the same desk, and this sort of becomes a routine for your mind, which can lead to bad habits forming. But imagine if you actually made a decision to study every day. You'd look into everything going into studying and make everything perfect. You'd be less likely to check your phone and get distracted. Making the choice to study is a lot better than doing it out of habit because you'd carefully consider every single aspect that goes into your studying process. And that's exactly what studying outside forces you to do. You have to make the choice to get up from your bed, grab what you need, and go study outside. You take only the essentials with you, no distractions. By studying outside, you're setting your brain up for a more focused and locked-in study session, helping you get more done in the process. There's this concept in psychology called neuroplasticity. It's a person's brain's ability to make connections with learning and new experiences. And research has shown that traveling actually helps people build their neuroplasticity. Whenever they go to new places, people's brains have to work harder to adapt to these new environments. And that's exactly what studying outside forces your brain to do. You're literally making your brain make more connections whenever you study outside, which is why it's so helpful. But going outside doesn't just help your brain gather more information. There's something even more important that it helps with. Think of all your memories. What do you first noticed? You probably remember where you were. And that's not an accident, it's how our brain works. Whenever we try and remember something, our brain takes a screenshot of what's going on and all the senses along with it. It captures our touch, our smell, our taste, our sound, even where we were. Without a doubt, whenever you're remembering something, you're remembering where you were whenever that happened. So what does this have to do with studying? Well, by going to different places whenever you study, you're making memories of what you learned alongside where you learned them. With this, your brain will associate the learning with a place, making it better for you to remember. Take going to a coffee shop, for example. Say you learn derivatives there. If you're on a test, you're more likely to learn about what you studied in the coffee shop rather than if you had just studied derivatives in the same desk that you study everything else. This is why studying outside can be so helpful for learning new things. Unlike studying in the same boring place every time, which gets boring in your subconscious mind, changing places will create memories alongside your learning, helping you remember the content better. That's also why it's important to change the locations regularly, so that the same old place doesn't start to get boring as your desk would. But even if you do everything right studying outside, there's still one crucial thing you need to do that has nothing to do with your learning. Studying isn't just about cramming all the information possible in your brain. Of course, that's a big aspect of it, but there's an even bigger aspect that most people often overlook. Whenever people study a lot, it takes up a lot of time of their day. Some people try and spend 2, 3, even 4 hours a day studying. If you're trying to reach a similar level, it's important that you prioritize your enjoyment of studying. Doing something you hate just because you know you have to do it is very difficult and requires a lot of discipline. Whenever you're getting started, if you can't enjoy something, you'll never want to do it because it's just not fun. So if you can make studying into something fun, you'll automatically increase your amount because you'll want to be doing it. It's like that famous quote, "Do what you love and you'll never work a day in your life." This idea applies to studying too. If you love studying for whatever reason, you'll want to do it more. And of course, studying outside can help you love it even more. It can be a new thing that you do every so often that brings you a lot of joy and excitement. Because that's all studying outside needs to be. Fun. Study with your friends if you want to. Play study games or use flashcards. Just do whatever you have to make studying fun while still making sure that you're getting an adequate amount of work done. I've been going to different places with a bunch of my friends to study, and I've had the time of my life doing it. It's made a big difference for all of us. Take it from them. We've studied outside before, Starbucks, places like that. How do you think that change in location has helped you with studying?
Yeah, the change in location, it can definitely get you more locked in, especially if you have a group of people with you. There's definitely a benefit. I think it comes from just the fact that there's less distractions, and if you have a few people with you at Starbucks, for example, they could hold you accountable for studying.
So apart from benefiting you in the short term and the long term, studying outside can be fun, and that'll make you do it a lot more. But if you want to maximize your efficiency whenever you do study, you need some habits to learn. I've got another video to watch if you want to improve what you're studying. Be sure to watch that if you're trying to increase your study productivity even further.